semester I was doing an independent study about bamboo in tropical regions, and I was working with Felipe Mesa as my chair, and it's a modular pavilion that can be like repeated at multiple scales. It's meant to kind of spread throughout the region in a rhizomatic way. My time at ASU has like really changed my life because I got the travel scholarship last summer, and I was able to spend like 8 weeks in Bali and the Philippines learning about bamboo architecture and just like getting to experience it hands-on. Yeah, starting my master's versus undergrad, I definitely learned a lot, and I would say like something I've been focusing more on now is like the details and how things are connected and like construction techniques and stuff like that. And so actually building this model, I like got to think about, oh, like how is this pole gonna connect to like this pole, and like what it's like very sturdy, you know, very strong. And so yeah, I think that's something that I've been progressing in, is thinking more about like structural details and stuff like that.
What have I learned? I feel like I learned both a lot about architecture and a lot about myself through this program, all stemming and overlapping between some of the people that I interacted with through this program. I've been blessed to make a lot of amazing friends through this process, and that has yielded collaboration, which has been one of my favorite parts through graduate school. And with that, you know, you get to even see like your friends going through some of their lowest times and then finding their own ways to break through that, and it shows in their final product, their design, which I find is a beautiful thing that I'll probably take with me for the rest of my life. From the beginning, I learned about architecture's impact to communities and how it affects people at the individual level, and I think it's a beautiful and privileged thing that we get to contribute to in our industry. I think that, you know, not to say that we're gonna go off and be like famous architects, but we're gonna affect some people, and I think that's beautiful.
So compared to what I learned back home while I was doing the art, to compare to what I'm doing right now, it's a lot different. So we get to use a lot of tools, including Rhino and Grasshopper, which we use from one of Revit back home, and we also did a lot of hand modeling and hand sketching. So I think compared to what the first years are doing right now, it's mostly just Rhino and 3D tools, where we had more experience to writing and sketching on paper. So I think that's where the skill has evolved over time, and we need to update ourselves based on the latest tools and AI.
Hey everyone, my name is Kush. I am much passionate about architecture, especially how it come to life through the both physical and the digital 3D modeling.
I would say my experience with the inspirational, I would say the professors. I mean, just creating these relationships with the professors and being able to pick their brains, not only in class, but like outside of class. Even I felt like some of the most meaningful conversations came outside of class. So you have meaningful ones about the materials and stuff that we're learning, but I felt like a lot of them were you know, running into them out in the hallway or grabbing a coffee with them, or even just having discussions about the career field after class. So I think a lot of meaningful conversations with professors was definitely inspiring for me.
My name is Logan Northrow. I am a graduating master's student at ASU. I think overall it was nice to meet people from all over the world and to get opportunities with people all over the world. I mean, we got to work with some of the coolest people I mean, I've been to Italy, first person in my family to go to Europe, and while there was some minor frustration, I think overall the opportunities were very large, and I think I just really appreciated the friends that I made and the teachers I got to work with. I mean, I've worked with people that have been all over the world, and I've gotten to befriend people from all over the world. I mean, not just one part, like all over. So you get to see the differences of culture and all these different people. And I think that's the eye opener here.
Hi, I'm Homage. I'm just going to be graduating with an MR here. This is my recent Hyperloop station. It's basically a section model. So that's basically the section model of the Hyperloop station. Just a tiny portion of it, which just showcases the facade and how various different levels interact with each other. I think that was a pretty challenging one.
I think ASU's experience overall was pretty great. Got to experience 4 different semesters and studios with contrasting project types. I think that's something I was really aiming to explore. Glad I got to do that. At the same time, made good friends, visited amazing places and great memories, of course. The way I look at things and my vision has expanded, it's become broader, and I'm exposed to more tools and like more examples and more resources. I think that's the biggest advantage and the main difference. Helps better work, of course.